What is up, everybody? It's your boy, Phil Shocker, the United States Chicho here with our Week 8 matchup going against Acorn and the Boise Blazikins. If you guys can hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be feeling with the king of the crew. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm feeling a little under the weather right now. I'm feeling really warm and everything like that, so if I'm spacey and everything like that, just bear with me for a minute. But looking at this matchup, he did not bring his Diancie and his Zapdos, which was really huge because now I don't have to worry about static, and Diancie is no longer a major problem versus my team because Diancie's coverage would be good. Fun fact, after this battle was done, Acorn said he was never bringing Diancie versus my team, which I can understand why when you have Drill plus Fish, which are the two best Diancie counters when they're under sand. But again, Rock Polish Diancie can outspeed them and vice versa, and then he was worried about Megavino. I mean, there was not, I don't think there was a lot he should have worried about Megavino. Megavino was checked by a good amount of things on his team, in my opinion. So I don't know why he was stressing, but he brought Salazzle, which I really don't understand bringing Salazzle versus my team. It kind of didn't make any sense. Scizor was something I was potentially expecting to come if he really wanted to bring it, but everything else pretty much came. I knew he brought his two defensive walls versus us, Scarf Lando, and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get into the battle. And yeah, so I'm going to lead off my Gastrodon as I'm going to go ahead and go for the substitute right here. He's going to go for off his rocks here, and I'm going to go ahead and throw off a Toxic here as he's now going to go for the Earthquake here. Basically, he shouldn't ship me down here. I'm going to go for, I believe, another substitute as he actually goes hard Salazzle here. And right here, I'm just going to throw off a Scald and basically really chip this Landorus down. Do snag the burn, but I'm going to let you guys know this burn actually doesn't matter, and you're going to find out why. He's actually going to U-turn here, as I wish I had clicked Scald again, or none this, because now what I do is I could have clicked Scald. I get a free Toxic here, which I'm thankful I landed my two Toxics already. And now I'm going to go right to my Luxray here, as Luxray is going to take a big chip, but oh wait, haha, it's my Zoroark. And one thing I want to know here is how did that do 44%? But I go right into my Lux right here, get the chance to go for the agility here. I wish I had clicked Ice Fang first and then went for my agility right there. As you see, he does have that, because then I can go for Facade. Facade probably would have been range enough to kill. And right here, he knows that another one can potentially kill, but he's going to go for the Rough Skin Rocky Helmet. But Rocky Helmet is just enough to chip me down, but I would have died to burn potentially. So I bring up my Crystal here. As he brings in the Alamola, I'm going to fire off a Toxic here. As he does fire off a Toxic, and we Toxic that thing. And right here, I make the biggest misplay of the game that actually, spoiler alert, cost us this game. I exploded, basically turned 2 on sand. Why did I do that? I don't even know why I did. Because what I should have done is I should have, well, I'm sure we go Mr. Fish here, but what I should have done, first off, right here, I should have clicked Vicious Rens potentially, and that would have penciled the Witch, but now I have to basically stay around here. I have to Rens, as I should have just clicked Dragon Pulse or Super Fang first. And in comes the Scissor here, as I'm going to click Dragon Pulse here, and he's able to stall up my sand turns. As it comes to the Alamola, I'm going to Super Fang that thing this time. And this time, I believe I do click Vicious Rens, and I only clicked Rens twice here because Scizor is in, and honestly, Scissor's not doing anything else for him in this matchup, so I think sacking off Scizor is the correct play. He gives me Scizor. In comes the Landorus here, as I'm going to click another Vicious Rens, as he goes for the Facade here, and actually revealed that Facade, which I'm going to not lie, amazing bring on Acorn's part right there. He figured that this thing was potentially going to get, like Toxic or anything like that, and he knew he was going to bring Facade. So really great bring on Acorn's part right there. Really creative bring right there. As he is going to go for the Facade right here, and he gets a crit. And I'm going to say this right now, that crit mattered. And he's even going to admit it himself because even if he's almost max attack and stuff like that, there was no way he killed me. I barely live, but here's the thing: even if he crits me, even if he doesn't kill me here, I kill his Landorus. He easily goes into either Meloetta or, in safe terms, Salazzle, and then Salazzle picks me off from there. So I don't see, but the crit really did matter for differential sake potentially. So that did suck, and that's where we're kind of in this position now. Because now I'm going to recover right here. I'm going to sub in front of this Alola as it's going to wish. I'm going to fire off a Toxic right here. And what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to click Toxic here again. And I'm in a really tricky situation right here where I wish I was Rindoberry's. I think I was, but then I switched it. I go Stoutland here. Stoutland is going to take a big energy ball to the face here. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to fire off, I believe, a return. Aloe's going to chip me down here. And I'm going to go for the Thunderfang, which does not guarantee the kill right there. And actually, Gigalith gets the kill here. I forgot about that. So Lando comes in. Lando gets to clean me off here. And unfortunately, he gets a max roll on the facade, and that's going to be game. Oh, that's just really unfortunate right there. Like, because here's the thing that did like a maximum 57%. I was at 88. If he low rolls me right there, I can be able to guarantee and goes go for recover again. Pretty much be up back to full, and then I can sack off Statland. But I think he still wins this game regardless of middle. He did tell me he had hidden power, Salazzle, which grass. So even if again, like I said, even if he didn't crit Dracovish, I think he could have still had won this game. What ultimately cost me this game, as I said before, was me just exploding with Gigalith. I was so reckless with Gigalith. And I should never have been reckless with Gigalith. Gigalith was so important for this matchup because if you look at his team, literally you look at his Vish answer. I really do wish I brought Excadrill too. Excadrill really just would have plowed for his team too. Like Swords Dance, I would have won. Dracovish set, I would have won. I probably would have brought Excadrill over Stoutland, seeing how Stoutland actually get to do too much this matchup, which is unfortunate. So I probably would have brought Stalin. I think still having Zoroark was going to be the right play because his team struggled with a Dark typing, even though, yes, he had Scizor, but my Dark type outspeeds Scizor, so he'll never know what thing a Zoroark is actually at, so it just sucks, you know. The thing that, like, we always 100% won this game because he lost his Druddigon. His only main wall was left was Alamola. Everything else he could not beat Dracovish. Like literally, he had nothing to beat Dracovish when the Druddigon went down, and he was appropriately able to stall my turns. If I had predicted my turns a bit better and everything like that, I could have probably been better. Like if I had Vicious Rend the first time when Scizor came in, I could have either Vicious Rends again or I would have Super Fanged, and then I could have just spammed Vicious Rends until it killed. And I would have had one or two turns of Sand left, and then I could have just kept spamming Super Fang, and then depending on which plays and stuff like that, then I click Vicious Rend, stuff like that. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm a little disappointed, mostly in myself for this. I think we lost this game because I clicked Boom too early with Gigalith. What I should have done is when he made that switch out to Landorus, I should have swapped out because when he switches out first, Intimidate will activate first before I switch out. I think that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And then I switch out, I bring in my Dracovish, and Dracovish is pretty much healthy. I kind of wish I had brought Excadrill because I had this little funny idea of Magnet Rise Excadrill or Iron Defense Excadrill with Weakness Policy. And then I could have just plowed through this man's team by Earthquake. And you know what would have been funny? I would have put Hidden Power Ice on this just because of Landorus. It could have been Earthquake, Hidden Power Ice, Iron Defense, maybe Magnet Rise, something like that. But hey, it is what it is, man. We go 6-2. Acorn technically goes 7-2 because he gets a forfeit win for one of the two other people. You know. Actually, no, I forgot about that. Yeah, here he gets a forfeit win this week, so he only has one game left of the season. I've got two games left of the season. If Acorn wins this next week, wins week 10, I believe it is, and I lose one of my last two games, he's guaranteed the first seed. And at best, I can finish this now the second seed. The only way I can finish this first seed is if I win both my games and I win pretty much big on differential, depending on his last game's differential. And it also depends if he wins. If I win my last two games and he loses his last game, I make first seed. So it is. But me and him are basically guaranteed for playoffs 100%. It just comes down to positioning now to who we play against. So sorry about the little rambling. I just felt like going a little bit in detail with this battle and then kind of explaining what happened and also kind of explaining playoff picture. But next week we take on Jake. Not gonna lie to you guys, I don't know when me and Jake are supposedly going to be battling. It's just going to come down because he unfortunately went through a very tough moment. Unlike it was one prayer for my buddy Jake. So I don't know when we're playing him. We got Gene for week 10. So really looking forward. But if you guys can hit the like button if you're ready, subscribe to Infrastructure Crew, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next one, guys, I'm First Shot, Hedgehog. Peace.